I've been asked a lot about my hair care regimen, and before establishing Mono's hair, I had never really thought much about it being a regimen. I've just always done certain things to keep my hair healthy and then added techniques and products along the way. When it comes to styles, my go-to is the wash and go. Most often, I am going to choose this style because it's easy to do and it lasts for several days. I can also create lots of styles from it, so it's a favorite of mine. When I want to wear some protective styles, I might opt to blow out or air dry. This allows me to stretch my hair and make it easier to mold into updos and buns. I don't have a set schedule on when I blow out, but it isn't that often, maybe once in a 4 to 5 week time span. For those times I want to have super sleek, straight, silky hair, I will do a silk roller wrap to set my hair and then use my flat iron to further smooth my hair. Or if I want a more voluminous look, I might just do the roller wrap without the flat ironing part at the end. I only use my flat iron maybe 3 to 4 times a year because I am able to achieve straight curls with rods and rollers. When it comes to my hair, I always wash every 5 to 7 days. I try to push it to 7 days as much as possible. I always deep condition my hair every single time I wash for at least 30 minutes if I'm using a plastic cap, or if I sit under my hooded dryer with a treatment, maybe just 15 minutes. I always use a leave-in conditioner and heat protectant to hydrate and protect my hair from styling and the natural elements. I am a firm believer that installing moisture into hair while it's wet will keep it hydrated when it's dried and styled in the days after washing. I always diffuse my wash and go. I've been asked about air drying it, and while that's okay for some to do, it doesn't get the same voluminous results for me. My hair will dry flat without heat. I always sleep and work out in a silk scarf around my edges to protect them from rubbing on dry fibers, such as cotton. I also have a satin bonnet and pillowcase that I use to keep my hair protected at night. I always wash and condition my hair in cool water to help control the frizz, and because hot water is just not good for your hair. I always use sulfate-free shampoos to wash my hair to try to preserve my color and keep my hair healthy. I always rotate my treatments every 4 to 6 weeks. I do hot oil, protein, and elasticizing treatments to keep my hair healthy. I always drink lots of water every day, at least half my body weight in ounces, and I try to eat lots of foods rich in protein, essential vitamins, biotin, and whole grains as much as possible. There are some things that I rarely do to my hair. One of them is co-washing. I'm not a routine co-washer because I have an oily scalp and strands that absorb product easily. I need to remove buildup from my scalp and hair with shampoo. I will try co-washing when a good-looking product comes my way, but I will never be a routine co-washer. I rarely clip my ends. There's no hard fast rule on this one. Some people clip every 6 to 8 weeks, others maybe once out the year. I'm somewhere in the middle. On average, I clip my ends every 3 to 4 months if needed. I don't experience lots of noticeable breakage, so my ends are usually okay for longer periods of time. I rarely do twist outs or bantu knots in my hair simply because they just don't last that long. If I want a different curly look, I'll do a diffused braid out. I never use water to refresh my curls in the days after setting my wash and go. For me, it just makes my hair frizzy. I've already set my hair with diffused heat and my Mixed Chicks leave-in to give me definition. All I usually need is a little bit of oil on my ends in the days after. I will never bleach my hair again. I tried a copper base with blonde highlight color mix back in 2008, and I didn't like how it made my hair feel. It was very limp and didn't have as much body, and I also noticed that my strands felt thinner than normal. While my hair didn't necessarily fall out, my hair just wasn't its best with bleach. I was also using mild relaxer at that time a few times a year, so it was just too much. To get rid of that damage, I chopped all of my hair off at the end of 2008 and started over with a short cut. I am not about having damaged hair, so for me, it was not something I was just going to try to transition through. I wanted to get rid of the blonde damaged hair, so I just chopped it all off. I kept my cut through probably the spring of 2009 and then started letting it grow out from there. I wore my hair in some natural styles when I could, as I was still product searching and not sure what to use, but I did straighten my hair often during that time. It wasn't until around 2011 that I got comfortable with the wash and go and started figuring out what products worked for me. What I've learned about my hair is the less I fuss over it, the better it acts. I don't allow myself to get caught up in feeling like I have to try every product ever made on the market or doing what others do. I have some staple products that I like, and I will forever use them as long as they are made available. In each phase of growth, I've done different things that suited my needs at the time. I gave sew-ins a try back in 2010 to keep me from wanting to cut my hair again. I've realized I don't have the same patience I had back in high school when I would cut and grow my hair for fun. I am also fully aware that I have hair that is genetically strong. I have high density and medium porosity, and my hair is reasonably manageable almost all of the time. This doesn't mean that I don't have to take care of my hair. I don't do damaging things to my hair, such as heavy braids with synthetic hair, excessive sew-ins, or bleaching, flat ironing it too often, or doing other harsh styling methods. For the most part, I just let my hair be free. For me, less is always more. My advice to you, if you are struggling with nailing down a regimen of your own, is to be patient. Find some manageable styles you can do with your hair that work and stick with them until you reach another level of growth. You've got to be patient. No one is exempt from the awkward length phases. If you're trying new products, isolate them to see how they really work, meaning don't pile up 3 leave-in conditioners in your hair at once. Use the new product alone to see how you like it. I understand how challenging it can be to find products that work well for your hair. I have been there. I've tried so many product combinations trying to figure out how to get my wash and go to look the way I want it, but I just remained patient and did my research until I figured it out. Be kind to your hair. Be careful when you're detangling, and take that extra time to deep condition and do your treatments when they're needed. And don't use excessive amounts of heat or bleach in your hair if you want it to be healthy. Also, make sure you're mixing in a good balance of protective styles to give your hair a break. Take good care of your body. What's going on inside of you is reflected outside through your skin, hair, nails, and physical shape. Try your best to eat a balanced diet full of protein and essential vitamins, and drink lots of water. Also, make it a point to get physical exercise in a few times a week. All things work together. And most importantly, be accountable for your hair's health. Read different blogs by women who have hair you admire, people who have hair like yours, and people who don't. Gather different information and different perspectives. Google reviews on products before you just use them in your hair. You have to take responsibility for doing your research and being aware of what you are doing. You can find more healthy hair care tips, product reviews, and style tutorials by visiting monoshair.com.